this thing. Okay, cool. Hi. So I have a demo here of a theme that a child theme that I'm working on. So just to give you an orientation a little bit, this is a Yarn workspace, and it's got a child theme of the Gatsby theme blog, and then 2 demos that depend on this, and actually just override them, implement them, whatever you want. One of the issues, and so one of the key features of themes is the ability to shadow components. So here I only have the components that I want to override based on the underlying component, the underlying theme, which is Gatsby theme blog down here. So I just need to have a thing that says source components bio, and it overrides here in one way, but I can also override it in a more specific manner with source / Gatsby theme blog / component / bio. Unfortunately, the way that you had to do this was to basically go to node modules and then dig all the way in, and then just kind of like look here and then copy and then paste down in here, and then hopefully create the right folder down in here, and then components, and then bio, and then paste, and then let's see something show up on the screen. Okay, well, yeah, and then this copying doesn't work because I need to also copy the other file. So then basically it's a matter of Gatsby theme blog source components by content, something like that. All right. I hope that works. Let me refresh. So this is the live stream locally overridden bio component, and that's the vision that you're shadowing. Unfortunately, that process was obviously quite involved. You have to dive into node modules and then make sure to correct all your imports, and it could be better. So what they have, I'm going to delete this, and then we're just going to use the CLI.
You want to speak?
So we're using a CLI, and I'm not going to go into node modules. So the vision is to have this little dependency called Gatsby theme, and that's just a tiny little CLI. I have it installed because this is Yarn. I have it installed here. That's a little CLI that has the eject command. So let's try it. So let's say again I want to do the same thing I just did, but in CLI form, and I wanted to do it to my Derek component. So here I can do your workspace, Gatsby theme eject. Oh, your workspace demo Derek Gatsby theme eject. And then I can choose what to eject from. Obviously, themes and plugins are the same thing now, so now it's extra confusing, but this is what I want. And I can go in here and I can just say, all right, I want to eject the bio component. And then it asks me whether I want to copy or extend. I'll show you extend later, but let's just do copy now. Copy is exactly what I did earlier with you. So yeah, so this automates everything for you and does the string replacement for the import, which is very nice. That's what I used to do manually. So this is copying, where you can exactly override the internals of this entire component. But then there's also just extending, which is crap. Yeah, whatever. So extending basically just imports the component and then uses the component, and then you can just do some wrapper stuff around it or change a little bit of logic. So that's a really nice touch as to extending versus copying. Obviously, you saw me import from different levels of the chain. I have two levels here, which makes things a little bit confusing. But let's say I was working on instead of working on my demo or my actual site, let's just say I was working on the theme itself. So I could also do and then eject within the blog. If that works. That doesn't seem to work right now. Huh. All right. I didn't test this before I did this video, but the idea is the same. But anyway, you're going to use it most for ejecting while working on your site. I think that's really neat. Cheers.